Alright guys, you know what time it is. Just got home from work after a long day. It's beer time. And today, what better beer to drink in these very warm southern temperatures, got up to 82 degrees today, than Bud Ice. This beer is an Anheuser-Busch product, AB InBev. It's 5.5% ABV. It was introduced in 1994, and their commercial description of this product is that Bud Ice uses Anheuser-Busch's exclusive ice brewing process that takes the beer to a temperature below freezing, which leads to the formation of ice crystals in the finishing process that gives Bud Ice its rich, smooth taste. Bud Ice is America's first draft beer to be ice brewed. So, I've had this many, many times, and you know what? I just got home from work. I don't have time for glassware, so I'm going to drink it right out of the glass bottle. Nice crack right there of the bottle. But I have had this beer many, many times. I've poured it in a glass, and it typically pours very nicely. Depending on how aggressive you pour the beer, you get anywhere from 1.5 finger head all the way up to a 3.5 finger head. If you pour it right down the middle of the glass, you might get a very, very big head. But it will dissipate very quickly. And I do like to pour aggressively because you get a release of the aroma when you do that. And this beer has a pretty good aroma. It's definitely a clean aroma. It's, I mean, it smells like a good beer. Ice beers are typically very good. If you like American adjunct lagers, you more than likely are going to like ice beer. It's just an American adjunct lager with a little bit of an elevated ABV. Very clean smelling. There's really not too much there. Get some grains in there. Maybe a little bit of like a corn aroma, but I mean very light. You're not really supposed to smell any adjuncts, supposedly. It just lightens the beer up without adding any flavor. But because this beer is ice brewed, the alcohol is a little bit elevated, so you get a more upfront aroma than you would a traditional AAL. It smells very good. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys. If you are getting home from work, crack you open a Bud Ice and drink along with me. Great beer, guys. Well, this is supposed to be a review, so I've already said great beer, so uh-oh. I guess you know that I'm going to give it a good rating. All right, let's take another sip. And yeah, the ratings for this on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate are just terrible. You know, big surprise. Um, I really don't like to look at the reviews on those websites, but for this video, I wanted to at least look up what the scores were, and they are terrible. Absolutely terrible. I think it's a 1.86 out of 5 on Beer Advocate, and Rate Beer gives it terrible scores as well. The Bros gave it a 1.6 out of 5. I just don't get these low scores, guys. I mean, this beer. This is a nationwide beer. The availability for this is better than just about any other beer out there. You can get it at gas stations. You can get it at package stores. You can get it at your local supermarket. You could get it at Walmart. You can get it anywhere. You could probably go under a bridge and they're selling it. I mean, this stuff is everywhere in all different configurations. Bottles, cans, you know, of course, the big 40-ounce glass bottles. Just you name it, they've got it. It's just a great, greatly distributed beer. Anybody can find it. I wonder why that is. Does it sell well? Maybe. Yeah, I think it does. Maybe that's why it's everywhere, because people keep buying it and people want more of it. But it's one of the worst beers on the planet, according to Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. So, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me get off my rant. So the taste is great. It's light bodied. You get some sweetness, some prickly carbonation in there. It's malty. It's sweet. It's it's definitely a serviceable product here, people. It just goes down so smooth. 5.5% ABV is is great. Makes it a super sessionable beer, but it's a little bit more elevated than your traditional ALs, which I like. I like beers between 5.5 and, well, really all the way up to 8.59. I like high gravity malt liquor as well, but this is perfect. Uh, they do exactly what they're trying to do with this beer. I mean, as as a beer overall, this is no lower than an A minus, but I'm gonna give this a 97 out of 100. This is an excellent ice beer. It's one of the better ones out there. There are few ice beers that are more well renowned and better. I mean, there's few ice beers out there that are better than Bud Ice. There's a lot out there that might be comparable and very similar, but I mean, this is ice beer 101. This is how an ice beer is supposed to taste. And did I mention that it's super refreshing? It finishes dry and makes you want to go in for another sip. You could gulp this down if you wanted to. It's really, really just a great, great beer. And I don't think anybody in the United States is going to have any trouble finding this product. Some of the other beers, I mean, they're great beers and they have great regional distribution, but nationwide distribution, um, maybe not so much. But with the Bud Ice, I think you can find it just about anywhere you go. If you live in the United States and you cannot get Bud Ice, I mean, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have yet to find somebody who could not find Bud Ice. I've met a lot of people that didn't really care for Bud Ice, but it's out there. It's available, readily available, and I highly recommend it. I think you should go out and try it immediately if you have not already. Um, and let me know what you think. I think it's great. Solid A for me. Um, I think the lowest you can give this product, I mean, if you're really being honest, is an A minus. If you don't like the style, fine. But I don't understand the slam reviews on these websites for a product that fits within the category that it's trying to fit in perfectly. So, anyway, A beer from me, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And until next time, cheers.